Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandragon's Cave. Today we are gonna be talking about Boa Hancock from One Piece, the pirate empress Hebihime, they call her. So the snake princess, it will be the translation for Hebihime in Japanese, okay? So obviously we will be drawing as well together with her inseparable snake called Salome that she uses most of the time to sit on her like this is a throne, or to fight as well like a fierce companion, okay? So we have this space today more or less to work. I wanna kind of frame Salome, I think, first like this. We will take the reference from one of my favorite designs of her in Marineford when she is fighting like crazy. So let's do the snake like this, it goes around. And I guess the rest of the thing, you know, as we go, we will see the snake how it goes and where are we gonna put her, okay? Like this, something like this. I think it can be very nice. And she goes in the middle in protection. She's always protected by the snake in the middle. We know that the Kuja pirates, because she is the leader, the captain, the queen, the princess in this kingdom called the Kuja kingdom. So this kingdom is only a woman kingdom. It's in the Calm Belt. The Calm Belt is this area. In the Grand Line, we have the Grand Line is the line in the middle, and then the Calm Belt are two lines outside that there is no wind there, and there is a lot of sea monsters there that they control the area. So a lot of people is unable to cross because of this. The Marines now with Vegapunk, they have kind of developed this technology of putting kaiseki at the very bottom of the ships, in the quill of the ship, so that's kind of camouflaging the ship, and the sea monsters, they don't notice that we have there the ship passing through, because the energy that kaiseki gives the same energy as we were in the sea, okay? We were water basically. So I picked this color today to draw, yellow, because some of the parts of the snake are yellow, and then we want something very subtle, then so when we're able to do the lines and everything, and the snake is white, so I don't wanna, let's say, a blue color overcome the snake. This yellow is nice because I think we can kind of get on with that quite nice if we want to. So we will see how it's gonna end up. As you can see, I'm drawing a girl today. I do not normally draw girls, so this is a treat for me, for you, for everyone watching the video and everything. And yeah, my style, if you are new to the video, it's always caricaturesque, cartoony, and normally I will do the characters a little bit more cartoony than we have in the series, okay? Some of the characters I really like, or I really enjoy drawing them, and I make them more accurate, but some other characters are especially more cartoony, okay? Let's kind of separate the parts of the body. We want her in the position, in the signature position here, okay, with the hand here, and then the very nice dress, the purple dress that she's wearing here is very beautiful. I want to do that one. I prefer that one than the red one that she has in Amazon Lily. My taste is I think I prefer more that type of dress for the fighting and everything. I like to see more the Boa Hancock fighter, because, you know, Vinci Chibukai and everything, that I'm gonna go through all these things slowly while drawing, but just kind of talking a little bit about everything. I like more the fighting aspect of Boa Hancock with her power and everything, with Mero Mero. But at the same time, the other dress is more royal, more lady, that she's sitting and commanding her people to do things. I like it as well, but for my own liking as a One Piece fan, this type of design with the fighting style, this Japanese kind of dress or kimono, I don't know how they call it, but I find it more free to fight and everything, more interesting for me. And let's see, she has the the dress full of snake designs with the logo of her crew. So we are gonna go for all of these. And because the snake is so big, so gigantic, she's gonna be all enveloped here in this here as we go like this. And then the leg is always like this, like in position for fighting, like this and like this. The other one is going to be hidden in theory down here, that we do a couple of lines of let's move a little bit up. We do a couple of lines of the snake, and we don't actually see the feet, okay? Something like this. So why would you say, why are we drawing Boa Hancock today? I said in my previous video I had 2 characters I wanted to talk about, and none of them are Boa Hancock. But what happens now is that this week we are entering the new lunar calendar. You know, in Chinese, in Japanese, in Oriental culture, the year of the snake starts now. So happy New Year everyone. I thought appropriate to talk about snakes today and a little bit of the trajectory of Boa Hancock during the story, during the past, and what she may do in the future, or what we can see with the involvement of the Mero Mero fruit relating to the end of the story. Okay, I think it's one of these very special fruits that it has been given to, let's say, Luffy's wife at the end of the story, basically, and I think Oda may have something in store for this fruit. Not entirely necessary that she needs to do something, but maybe the fruit is very important for what is coming now, okay? So, as I said, we are going to be drawing this Marineford outfit, my favorite for the fighting. He destroys everyone, the Marineford. You know, Marines, PX, pirates, she doesn't care. She's a powerhouse, and it's about time to see her properly fighting. Like, man, she's powerful, and it is very nice, because we are used to see all these guys fighting, or someone like Big Mom fighting. Big Mom is the top woman wanted reward in the whole series, and Boa Hancock is the following one. So we don't have a lot of women in the One Piece story as a main character or main importance. We have, you know, Smoothie as well is very strong, but we don't have Tashigi is strong, but not as much as we have Hina. We have other vice admirals as well, Dole now, Koala, Nico Robin obviously, and Nami. A lot of people, but in the top tier that they are ruling the seas is Big Mom and Boa Hancock, and I miss a little bit of characters like this, you know, woman characters and very strong characters and very powerful in fighting. And Big Mom is more like a tank, and Boa Hancock is more feminine and it fights more like Sanji with kicks, okay? But, and you know, and with the magic, kisses and the arrows and everything. But in real life pirates, we had as well very few women, like Anne Bonny and Mary Red, and these characters, well, all of them connected to Blackbeard. I explained this a little bit as well in another of my videos, that you can see in the channel. But to be honest, it is something that in reality what would happen is that the woman would disguise as a man. They would go dressed as a man with the haircut or the hair in a bun hidden and everything. They will fight like a man, and when they need to, I don't know, you know, go to toilet or whatever, or they need to shower or clean themselves or something, they will hide from the rest of the crew. And that is something noted in history, and you know, in the history in Nassau and everything, with the big pirates of the world. And I understand Oda may have put only a few, but I would love to see, let's say, a couple more doing big things. We have Nami and Robin that I think Oda will, obviously, I would do the same as well, would follow that storyline with the Straw Hats, and give us whatever we want from these characters fight-wise, okay? I love Nami fighting, like with Khalifa and with Miss Doublefinger. I love Robin as well fighting with all the characters that she fights, because it is true that for Robin, Oda is more open to give her fights with men as well, and winning. So I enjoy a lot these types of fights when they are not done silly. sometimes when he does this kind of fights, it's a little bit silly and a little bit joking and everything, and I love Boa Hancock in this aspect for the fighting in Marineford, because she's strong. That's a display of power, kicking everyone, transforming everyone into stone and everything, that it is crazy. You don't see that with Big Mom either. Big Mom, when she's fighting, now, in the past years, in the flashbacks years, but now, she is crazy. She just goes crazy. She doesn't even know what she's doing, and yeah, so it's super strong. But what? What are you telling me with this? I want to see someone that is in control of the power, and Boa Hancock in this example is perfect for what we are talking about, and it's very, very, very nice. Okay, so as I mentioned at the very beginning, Hancock is one of the original Shichibukai, the 7 Lords of the Seas introduced at the very, very, very beginning of the story. So check here to see more Shichibukai drawings and theories, because with her now, I think I almost have all of them. I'm missing maybe 1 or 2, but feel free to check on that playlist, pick whichever Shichibukai you want to see, from the new ones, from the old ones, and hope you have a nice time watching them. So we know Boa Hancock is madly in love with Luffy, because the sickness of love and everything that they explain all the time here in One Piece, and this has saved him in multiple occasions. In Amazon Lily, for example, when they, as a group, are introduced, Luffy is an enemy, they are gonna kill him and everything, but Luffy resists the power of love, the power of the Akuma no Mi that she has over the rest of the people. Everyone is surprised, and kind of this makes the man that is different, the man that is immune to her charms. This makes her see Luffy in a different, with different eyes, okay, with different perspective. And what happens with this is that she ends up falling in love and saving him. He says, okay, I'm not gonna kill you, I am actually gonna help you. All of these things are happening with your brother. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna make sure that you go to Marineford. I'm gonna help you here. I'm gonna help you there, and that is very, very nice, in my opinion. Going into Impel Down. She goes into Impel Down. She is very tense at that moment. They could have basically, if they wanted, take her there and not let her escape, but she decides to, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna help Luffy, and there is nothing is gonna stop me to help my man, and very nice moments that we see here in the story and everything. Marineford, that is the drawing that we're doing today. As I said, she's fighting everywhere. She doesn't care, and there are people that have been in the wrong with Luffy and attacking Luffy, being enemies of Luffy. She doesn't care. She's kicking everyone. She's kicking absolutely everyone. Doesn't matter the rank that they have. She is going for everyone. Even the Marines are upset with her, saying, "What are you doing? Attacking your own people, attacking your own pacifistas and everything." And he said, "I don't care. I'm here to protect Luffy, to protect the brother. I am not here to do anything that you say." And actually, this is a dangerous move from her, because they are talking there about actually revoking her status as Shichibukai, so she will lose her power, okay, and her influence in the Marines and in the pirate world. But she doesn't care, and that is badass. That is super cool, and because I like it. I like this concept of camaraderie and brotherhood and honor and all these things. That is, for me, better example, paramount. I will say the word is paramount in a person, to be loyal, to be whatever we are gonna have to do, we can do it, and we can do it together and help each other and everything. And that is, for me, very, very important in people. And yeah, so I think other reflecting things like this in the story, it makes everything more real for me, okay? And I enjoy it. I enjoy my One Piece experience more because things like this. Okay, feel free as well to tell me here in the comments down below what do you think about Boa Hancock? If you like her character, if you don't like her character, why is that? And yeah, let's kind of unravel together a little bit the One Piece story and see what we can say of all these characters. And I have plenty more characters that you can go to the show more section as well and see other videos and some others that I'm gonna be linking here, absolutely. And yeah, so I think by doing this now, we will do now this part here, like this. Yeah, I think by doing this now, I kind of have the initial sketch I want for Boa Hancock, and we can start. This needs to be a little bit more curved. When you are doing something, the designer that you are watching this, when you are doing something like this, if you do a little bit of curve already like this, it will look like it will pretend that I'm gonna be aligned, but I'm a curve. Okay, it's very nice when drawing the lines here and here as well. Okay, all the characters in the Kuja crew, the Kuja people, they have these snakes with them. Each one of them has one snake, so it's kind of since they are born, they get one of them, and they use it as a weapon all the time. Okay, I'm gonna go into 0.2 now. Okay, like we normally do, and yeah. So as I said, we're talking about Marineford a little bit, and then when that we have the time skip, the time skip and everything, this blank time that we don't know 100% everything that happens there with the trainings and everything. I would love to, but Oda only tells us bits and pieces of that part, and that's okay. But then we go into Shabaodi Archipelago, and we need to go into Gyojin Island from there, and all of them are carried there to the island by people that is helping them to go, and we see as well the Kuja pirates, that we see this as well in the fan letter short, and they are there helping Luffy as well, and she's there cutting the pirates way, so they can't actually reach Luffy before he's gonna sink into the Gyojin world and saving Luffy again, fighting everyone again, and it is something very nice as a character. Even having a Luffy, that Luffy is not kind of more kind of expressive in terms of love and things like this. He doesn't care. We have him kind of interacting with Boa and yeah, not complaining. Let's say not complaining about Boa, and that is very nice, to be honest. I just wanna shut up 1 second to do the face like this. So we have the face there, and this we close it. Yeah, something like this. I think it can be nice. And now we still need to do the other earring here at the bottom. Very long neck, very long. I love these kind of cartoony characters, the proportionates that we have, the necks, the hair, it goes up to here. 1 second, and then here on the top. These characters that are so long and so cartoony and everything, so disproportionate. The hands are so big and everything. I love it. And here, like this, together with Nico Robin, I think is one of the longest necks that we see, apart from the long neck tribe, obviously, in One Piece. It is very nice. Representing, I have to say one thing very funny, that Boa Hancock, said by Oda, is basically the most character that he struggled, the most difficult character that he struggled to draw, because probably her crazy proportions and the wanting to make her beautiful. We cartoon artists, and this I think something, if there is any kind of cartoon colleague out there watching the video, feel free to come into conversation and let's talk about it, because we see we do all these characters Okay, and we always try to have fun and cartoonize them to make them a little bit more funny, but with the girls, for me at least, and I think for other people, it's a little bit of a struggle because we want to make them beautiful at the same time that we want to make them cartoony. Okay, and that sometimes is a little bit funny to do. Let's do this weird. I wanted to do it in one line, and it's a little bit weird. But yeah, something like this I think is good. I think it's very good, yeah. And here the arm. Okay. In theory, if it weren't for Boa Hancock, Luffy would be a goner, and we all know this. Luffy would have died several times if it wouldn't have been for Hancock. In other places, thanks to other people, but specifically now we're talking about Hancock, and we can actually confirm this. Okay, let's show the teeth there, and like this. Yeah. I'm a little bit wary of this character. I'm kind of going careful. I want to do the drawing nice, as I said, but at the same time a little bit cartoony. So let's see. At least with the snake I can have a little bit of fun here drawing the snake. And now that I realize, it seems that Salome is here, you know, wearing a nice Oni helmet, skull. That is very interesting with all that is happening now in the story, in beginning of Elbaf and everything. I am not going to talk about it right now because we have other videos to talk about that, but I invite you to go to my main channel that I'm going to put here, and you have there some of the latest analysis for the videos and everything, very interesting, and I invite you to watch them because many things are happening. And I think we're gonna have a lot of fun in this saga, to be honest. And the snake goes like this. She has like kind of a mane. I think, I don't know if it is artificial or it is just her texture, but yeah. And then on top of this we have kind of a scarf that she's wearing as well, like this, and like this. Yeah, something like this is nice. It's looking nice. Okay, look, the sun is coming. The sun agrees to our drawing today. That's good. I want to talk a little bit about her past. Okay, Hancock has a very tragic past, very sad past, like most of the One Piece characters, and her two sisters were captured. Her and her two sisters were captured by the world government, by the Terriobitos, when they were kids, and they spent several years as slaves in Marijoa. They branded them like dogs, like they do with the Gyojins, with the giants, with all the slaves, the human slaves as well, and yeah, because these ones are human, obviously. And to be honest, that was something very crazy, and Oda represents these topics of slavery and things like that very in detail, so we are able to kind of appreciate the gravity of the situation, okay? Especially with these characters, because these characters are humans. Oda is telling us not only the Gyojins were captured there, we have people that it's like you, like me, we have humans there being as well slaves there, and it is a reality that happened in many places, and Oda is kind of trying to represent the reality of the world by this. Okay, we have now this. Probably I have to say this is the least part that I'm gonna enjoy from the video, drawing these snakes, to be honest. Let's do like this, and the high heels, because obviously, being a manga, the girls need to fight with high heels. That is very weird. I hate that part, especially in Boruto. In Boruto, I was talking with a friend the other day, with a colleague the other day about this. Why they will do that, and I can't understand, to be honest. But anyway, like this, a little bit of shadow here, and then the dress comes again here, and it comes again here, like this. Okay, looking nice so far, I think. Looking nice, very nice so far. It's a circle, and then we do these lines as well to define what are the markings that Salome has as well. This is very random, I'm doing it very random, like in the anime is represented in one way, in the manga is represented in another way, and need to cover this side a little bit with the bottom of the snake like this as well. Okay, very nice, very nice. So, while being slaves and branded with the logo and everything, to the amusement of these evil people, they make them eat Soa and Akuma no Mi to these devil fruits, to Sandersonia and Marigold. Okay, so they end up eating the snake's fruits, Anaconda and Cobra, respectively. So these two sisters transform into gigantic snakes, and they are absolutely strong in battle, experts in haki when they grow up and everything. It is like a marvel to see them fight. And Hancock, different from the rest of the sisters, ends up having a paramecia Mero Mero No Mi that is able to transform people into stone. Regarding the feeling, as I understand how the fruit works is, if you have strong feelings toward the user, like in this case it's about love and about beauty, what happens is that you fall prey of this power, okay? But if you are able to contain, like Momonga, when Momonga is gonna tell her, hey, the war is gonna happen, come and help us, and she doesn't want to, we see him being able to resist because he controls his senses by stabbing his own hand, okay? And that's very brave, that's very, vice admiral level and everything. But the thing is here, Luffy as well, with his ignorance and with his kind of purity of heart, let's say, he's able to as well to not be affected by the powers of Boa Hancock. But this power, if someone else had the power, and maybe, in my opinion, if someone was very hateful from people in general, or very loved as well, or very funny, I think the fruit will be able to react as well, and we will be able to apply this kind of power. We will be able to use this power, I guess, with other feelings, I would say. Oda doesn't kind of confirm this 100%, but it has to be something like that. It has to be something like that. By the connection with the Kurohige Pirates and everything, I understand that not everything is necessarily connected to the power of beauty. It could be other feelings as well, other sensations as well, like this, okay? So these girls, these sisters, in the past, there is a escape from Marijua. A lot of slaves escape because this pirate guy, Gyojin captain, Fisher Tiger, that at some point was a slave as well, manages to take them with him, together with many other people from all the races, okay? So there's like a massive escape from there, and this is when they are around teenager age, more like younger teenagers, and so they are indebted to the Gyojin, to Fisher Tiger. And in another videos I will talk about Fisher Tiger. Probably I will do a drawing about Fisher Tiger. I will do a drawing about Jinbei as well, that was in the crew when he returned from Marijua and everything. And I think maybe that's the last Shichibukai I have left as well. But in another video I will talk about this. During this period of time, thanks to the help of Gloriosa, the old woman, that she is a former empress of their land, of the Kuja land, the Amazon Lily, she's out at sea, so they are able to find their way back home in the time. Later in time, Boa will become the new empress, okay? I will explain the generations now as well for the empress, because there are multiple generations that happen here and some confusion, because we don't know 100% what happened to one of them, and it is very interesting, and I think it's connected to the main plot of the story, but we need to see it more in detail, okay? I just want to do quick all these lines to do a little bit different, like this, like that, and here as well. It's looking good, I think. It's looking good so far. Feel free to express your opinion as well about the drawing, and tell me if you're liking the drawing, if you're liking the video, if you want to see someone special. Oh, I would love you to talk about this character in One Piece. Say it there. Oh, it doesn't need to be One Piece. It can be another series if you want. I'm doing other series at the moment as well. So feel free to share a little bit through the channel and investigate a little bit what things we can see there, okay? I invite you to sail through the channel and have a look to all the things that we are talking about in the videos, okay? So I think this is looking very, very nice. And probably we could start almost adding color if you want. I'm gonna do the hair is like this, okay? I'm painting a little bit the hair. We have the snake there at the back, but I already knew that I wanted now to do this beautiful mane that she has. Very long, very dark hair, very long hair, and for that we will cover on top, okay, like this, where the hand is. Feel free as well if you want to draw with me while I'm talking, to stop the video or to slow down the video. I know some of you are doing this and it is very nice, and I find it very interesting, and we can do this. And I'm making the hair so long, like this, very, very nice, like this. Very elegant here at the front a little bit as well. Okay, serious Boa Hancock, incredible. And we need to do a little bit here as well to kind of define the full snake as well, here on the neck as well. Very nice. So the Kuja pirates, if you like things like mythology and history and things like this, is called Amazon Lily. Amazon, it comes from the idea of this group of women, the Amazons, that it was as well a land, a place with only a woman in that. We have as well Wonder Woman in DC universe, created from the same kind of concept or idea. Very nice, very interesting, and at the same time, we have these multiple stories, like in this case, One Piece, that they represent this idea with other characters, like we have Boa Hancock here. I think Amazon Lily is composed with these two words, Amazon from the Amazonia, from the Amazonas, and the Lily, because probably Nefertari Lily, that's Bibi ancestor, end up arriving into Amazon Lily. I think that's probably what happened, and creating this group of people, only women living in that land. I have this video about Imu that I'm gonna put here, and I find it very interesting because the storyline at this point, it needs to connect, it needs to come together, and we can't leave out of the story random things like this. And most probably I envision that there will be a connection there between these people and the people from Arabasta. I have this kind of impression, okay? But I want to focus now about the empresses that we have in Amazon Lily, okay? We have Boa Hancock right now. Before was a mysterious woman called Toritoma, or in some of the translations Tritoma, that she was victim of love sickness. All of them were victims of love sickness, all of them, but I don't know if by specifying this for this person, she may be dead as such, not like the others that they managed to kind of heal by leaving the island, that I will explain now in a moment as well. But we need to wait a little bit with that, okay? So we have Boa Hancock, before was Toritoma, before was Shakuyaku, or Shaki, that we know her because she's the one in Shabondi with Rayleigh, and before was Gloriosa, the old new woman, the old woman that is with Boa Hancock all the time. Boa Hancock treats her horrendously, because the character that she has and everything, and this facade that she created, that she doesn't want anyone to control her like the Robitos used to control her, and at the same time she saved them. I will explain you now, but she saved them, and it is very very curious the relationship that they have, because she's like a mother for them, to be honest. I think we have this nicely done. I forgot to, this area inside is this as well. Okay, so this we are gonna do like this to fill the gaps here. Okay, and here in theory we have this and we have this. Yeah, something like this. I think we are good. Okay, I'm gonna start putting color in here. Okay, adding some color and some lines, and very nice. So love sickness is something seriously depicted in One Piece. They would fall ill in bed until they die, and the only way to save themselves is to go out at sea and follow this love that they have. Okay, Gloriosa was out of sea, victim of love sickness too, and apparently well positioned, because we see her with the rock pirates. We don't know who this love was, but seeing Boa, how she became with Luffy, it could have been rocks. We have this whole story with Shirohige, and in the drawing with Shirohige, we see original Stussy, Miss Buckingham Stussy, being on top of his shoulder, and I understand by that and the connection with the when she's old now, when she's an old woman now, and the son Weeble, that is maybe a clone and everything. I see that very connected. So I wouldn't expect Gloriosa to be in love with Shirohige as well. So probably it's gotta be the other important character of the group, that it will be Rocks. Okay, in my opinion, I'm very curious about to see how this story is gonna unravel, because Gloriosa has a lot of lore in her mind. He has a lot of information. She knows a lot of things, and she's the one who was able to tell Luffy, "Hey, Luffy, look what is going on in the world now, and that man is your brother. Let's go and let's save him." So after her, Shakuyaku, we see her living her life in Shabody with Rayleigh. So we can understand, we can see that they fell in love as well. I don't think there is a specific panel saying Rayleigh is my husband, but Oda is rowing them the whole time together, so I understand they are husband and wife, they are a couple, they are in a relationship, and they are basically something. Mysterious Toritoma, confirmed by Oda to be the previous Empress before Boa. She was victim, up to what extent we don't know. Is she actually dead? We don't know. A lot of people speculate that if she may be involved with Dragon somehow, and that is why Kuma sent Luffy there. It could be. It could be. I'm not sure about it. I need to think more about it, but I prefer to think Dragon was involved with Garp's supposed daughter, and he's actually not a son, like a blood son. Is the woman that he got with, and then Dragon became a son of Garp after getting married, or after, acknowledging the relationship. Feel free to check this Dragon theory here as well, because it's very interesting, connecting things about Nico Robin, etc. I'm not against Toritoma being Garp's daughter. That is something that we can talk about it, and it could be as well, it could be real, because Oda wants to keep her a little bit more in secret and not showing her fully. Maybe because of this, it could be. The story with Dragon, in my opinion, as well has to see with Nico Olvia in some part 2, so keep an eye on the videos I'm putting you here, so you can learn more about my ideas about this relationship that he may have had with all these girls, okay? Because at some point Oda mentioned that there will be, there may be, okay, like this, like very vague idea. There may be 2 brothers in the crew, and everyone, when this happened like 10 years ago, everyone was speculating of, oh my god, Zorro and Sanji are gonna be brothers, oh my god. It's not the case, but you never know what may happen here. So if Oda is gonna say now, okay, and I kind of explain it to you very briefly here, if Oda is gonna say now that Dragon had a woman before, and that was Olvia, and Dragon wanted to destroy the world government because he know everything, like he wants to do now. He wants to destroy the Terribitos. The things that the O'Hara scholars said to Olvia, if you can't leave your kid behind, let us finish the job of your husband. It could be the job of those husband is Dragon is still alive and is basically find information, find everything that we need to be able to destroy the world government. Yes, it can be 100%. In those theories there that I put there, I go through these aspects of the story. Okay, so feel free to watch them. And after that, with the whole incident in O'Hara that happened with Akainu and everything, eliminating everyone there, and Dragon showing up later in the story to see Vegapunk and to see the scholars there. I say in many videos, you do not bring flowers to scholars or to Clover. You bring flowers to your wife, to your woman, to your partner, and it is something. I think for me it's very obvious that Dragon was involved with Olvia. They had a daughter, and the daughter, he thought it was dead, so the flowers were for mom and daughter, for Nico Robin and Nico Olvia. Making this will make Robin a D. It makes sense that Robin is a D for the whole story, for story's sake and everything. It will be very interesting, in my opinion. I want to see that. And at the same time, you will create this connection with Luffy that Luffy doesn't care, but you will create this extra connection with Luffy, and everything in the story will be like a kanji, like a poem, and something more beautiful in at the end of the story. In my opinion. Okay, I understand this may cause a lot of different opinions and clash of ideals, because Nico Robin is so important in the things that she's doing, and as well Luffy as well, that we got so used to Robin being this archaeologist, independent, going on her own for so many years and everything, and being so lonely, that now we will see a little bit weird that, but I like it. As a fan of a full life watching this and reading this, I would pay to see this happening in the story. As I want to know your opinion about this, because it's something I said very particular from my end. If you are following me for a while, you will see this. You have seen this several times already in the videos, in several comments, and I don't know. I hope it happens, because I want to see it. I think I like it, and it sounds very nice for the story. Okay. After Toritoma, we have Boa Hancock, and we know she's too victim. She falls for Luffy. Luffy has no clue about love concept, obviously. She devotes her powers to him. That is good. So she is now a very, very strong ally. Seems like Oda will go into the Goku and Chi-Chi line from Dragon Ball here, like Hancock would say, oh, now we're gonna get married, and Luffy would say, okay, yeah, why not, whatever. What is marriage? I don't know. It seems to me like that. In Dragon Ball, what happens is that at the very beginning of the story, we have Luffy meeting Chi-Chi when they are kids, and says, oh, I promise that you will come back and you will marry me. And Goku has no clue about what's that, and Goku says, oh yeah, sure, don't worry about it. And then later in the story, we see her coming up again in the story when they are doing the tournament, okay? And she loses, and she gets very upset. She gets very upset. Oh my god, you don't know who I am, you don't recognize me. You promise you will marry me. And everyone is like, what? You promise you will marry her? Who is this girl? And then it's revealed, obviously, that she's Chi-Chi, and Goku says, oh yeah, whatever you say, I'm okay with it. So I think Oda is gonna go for something like that, okay? And I wouldn't dislike it. I think it's okay. I don't want to see part 2 of One Piece, Oda. Please, I don't want to see a Boruto or Ichigo with short hair having a baby with Inoue and things like that. I do not want to see any like that in One Piece. I want the story to finish at some point. You can continue with whoever Luffy is going to give the hat. Whoever is going to have the hat and the Wheel of D and everything at the end, and continue the story. Beautiful, yes, but please do not Do not do a Luffy baby being the king of the pirates now and things like this, because it is not appealing. It is not appealing, and it will cause reaction and rejection from many people like me and other fans from a full life of stories here. Okay, please don't do it. I never thought of a Nami Luffy type of thing, whatever. I know there is a lot of fan base about it, but for me in particular, it has never been a thing. I saw them as a very good friends, very good nakamas, and I don't think Luffy can see her in those eyes, like girlfriend eyes or wife eyes. I don't think Luffy can see anyone in those eyes, to be honest. But it is happening with Boa. Something is happening there with Boa, and somehow it's gonna have to close that story, or they're gonna have to close this story somehow. Okay, with these two guys. I'm gonna add already the tones for the snake. These reddish tones for the snake. Okay, and we paint as well the tongue here. Okay. I want to know your opinion as well about this, about Boa Hancock and Luffy and all these things, and you know, the whole fan base about Nami and Luffy and all these things, because it is not something I think relevant for the story, but it is happening. So I would like to see what's your opinion as well. If you can put it down below in the show more section, okay? The drawing is going very nice, but we need to continue a little bit more, okay? It's almost there. Even if all these things happen with Boa Hancock, as I was saying, for me, Nami is, and she will always be, the queen of One Piece. For Oda as well. Oda's wife. She met the wife because she in one of these events of One Piece, she dressed as Nami, and then they end up falling in love and all of this. But Nami is the queen. Nami is the queen. When Luffy is the pirate king, Nami is gonna be the queen. That doesn't mean it's gonna be the wife, okay? And what happens is that in all the color spreads, in all the volumes, in all the big drawings, in all the girls' drawings and everything, if you notice, Nami is always 100% of the time wearing a crown. And the concept of the crown, I think, is because she is gonna end up being the pirate queen, obviously, together with Luffy and the rest of the guys, obviously, and at the same time because she may be royal, and I mentioned this in my theory of Nami that I pointed as well there, and I invite you to watch, because it's very nice. She may be royal by blood, because we don't have a flashback of her yet. We don't have a second flashback of her yet. We have seen flashbacks from Nami, from Sanji, from Zoro, from Nico Robin, from Luffy, Chu as well, and the movies, but where is... Now it's gonna happen Usopp's ones as well, 100%. But where is Nami's flashback? Okay, so I think that is why there is a lot of royalty in here, a lot of connections to the original Terribitos, the original world government people, and to Imu. I think that is my bet. That is my hypothesis that it may happen with the going on for the story. Okay. Well, we have talked about Hancock having the Mero Mero and being able to transform people into stone. For all of you who knows a lot about mythology and things like this comes from the Gorgon of the Medusa Greek myth, okay, where you had Medusa rejecting Poseidon, the god of the sea. In some stories he's rejected, in some other stories she is seduced. The point is, and the thing is, that he took her anyway in Athena's temple. This made crazy Athena's, and she ended up punishing her instead of the perpetrator that was Poseidon. So she was a very beautiful woman, and Athena made her ugly and horrendous, turning her into this serpentine being that when looked upon by a man, the man would transform into stone. When they do references to man, is referring to man and woman, okay? It's never said that it's only for men specific. And obviously when you write something like this, and when you talk about epopees and heroes from ancient times, I understand, and we all know that everything was more focused in the man figure. But when it's depicted like that, it is for the concept of man, for everyone, okay? Let's do a little bit of this. The hero Perseus is the one who cuts her head, ends up defeating her and everything, because she becomes sour and bad. Everyone will experience the same thing. And yeah, it is not something that I like in particular, the meaning of the story, the depths in the story. This is a crazy story, and the names implies this. This is a tragedy. The name of the story, it is a tragedy, implies that it is crazy thing. It doesn't matter the angle that you look into it, but Medusa was a victim from everyone in all the ways. So to be honest, poor Medusa there. I think there is a lot of tragedy as well in the Boa Hancock story. Oda interprets mythology all the time, and this is his way of interpreting the Medusa myth, and with the concept of love, the concept of slavery, the concept of transformation, and I love it. I love it how it is made here. But yeah, let's see. This is looking very nice. I'm enjoying the drawing so much, and the commentary, the kind of analysis or the discussion about her so much today is very, very interesting. All the topics about One Piece, you know, that I find interesting, but today, especially with all these things going on with Boa Hancock, now is how it's looking nice. This is what I wanted before. I didn't want it that yellow, and I thought I needed something, and by putting here the black, it looks. I love it when we reach this point. You know, it's almost the end, but when we reach this point of adding some dark colors there, I love it. My favorite part of the drawing is always when I'm adding this dark wash into the character, because for me it gives, in my opinion, what I like for a drawing. It gives the last kind of decoration, or the last thing for the character, for me. In One Piece as well, we have a man who wants to take advantage of our Hebihime, our snake princess, our Medusa. And this is Kurohige Blackbeard. Years ago, okay, in our years, not in the One Piece years, okay, years ago, when the whole movement of the New World was starting to happen, everything was going crazy and everything, we see this scene with Kurohige saying, yeah, let's claim it. And we all thought, oh, he's gonna claim the One Piece, he's gonna claim this, like Shanks said at some point, okay, oh, he's gonna claim blah blah blah. He was gonna claim Boa Hancock and the power of transforming into stone, the Boa Hancock power. And we have this confirmation, okay, because as soon as we see the Shichibukais being revoked, I'm gonna do a short cut here, okay, talking about this, because the creation of the PX Seraphins, the Shichibukais, are revoked. So these Seraphins, they are clones, they are with Lunarian blood, they look like Lunarians, they are still kids, they have Akuma no Mis, they have extremely powerful bodies, and God knows what else they have, and Vegapunk put them in them. We will be talking about them in other videos. You can check this one about Kuma to start, because Kuma is still fresh from the previous saga, and I think we still may see a couple of things about him in this saga as well, okay? Regarding transformation of the body, and what is gonna happen with his mind. That his mind at the moment is lost in time. Is lost. We don't know if he is able to recognize anyone or no. We know by nature he's moving, but we don't know what's going to happen with that. Okay, so I invite you to check that theory as well that I put there, because it is very compelling and very interesting, and we don't know what may happen with that. Okay, it's a delicate topic right now with having Bonnie there and having all of the characters there. Okay. Let's do this one. I think I want to do the whole thing like this, like more dark, like we are casting a shadow around here, you know, at the bottom like this. But this part will have, okay, like this. So By replacing these guys, they want to kind of create like a cloning system or something that they don't need real people, something similar that Moria did with his crew of zombies. But yeah, well, as soon as the CGU guys are revoked, what I was explaining, the Marines go and take them, obviously, all of them. Kobe is the one who goes for Boa Hancock. The fight starts, everything, mid-fight, who shows up? Kurohige, Blackbeard. Defeating all of them, grabs Hancock by the neck, pulls her up on the neck, and revealing his interest in having her power. It doesn't specifically say that she wants to take her. I think she wants to use her and take the power, but he doesn't say for what. Hancock reveals there that her power will not work in a previous transformed into stone person. Okay, so if he kills her now, the comrades that he has there, they will stay stone. They will not transform them back into people. Okay, she needs to willingly defrost or take the power from them. Okay, this is something crazy, but very interesting. Okay, very crazy, I think. Why Kurohige would want the stone power, the Mero Mero power? Does he have someone transformed already? Did he find someone transformed in stone and he wants to unpetrify someone from the past? Maybe rocks? Maybe. We don't know who it's gonna be. There is this crazy theory as well about going around about maybe the poneglyphs being a person, maybe the poneglyphs being Joy Boy, the old ancient Joy Boy, maybe the poneglyphs being someone important, and that was transformed into a stone. I can't take this theory as mine because it is not mine. I've seen it online somewhere, but someone giant, for example, Joy Boy, was transformed into stone with the fruit of Boa Hancock, and then was cut into pieces with Buggy's fruit or with Lo's fruit, and all these poneglyphs writings, all the ancient writings, are kind of tattooed into him, like carved into him, and it can be totally valid. I would like it. I would like if we see something like that, and that is why Luffy and Roger and everyone, they are able to feel those rocks, those pieces of stone. Are you telling me maybe that Roger is able to hear the poneglyphs, like Luffy is able to hear the poneglyphs because it's something basic in the world, like Zorro is able to feel the stone and feel the sword. When he's fighting against Mr. One, he's like, my sword is there. Oh, I can feel the air, I can feel the rocks breathing, I can feel the movement. Some sort of awakening of the Haki. That is basically the Haki that Oda is trying to explain to us, but is Oda gonna go in that line, or is Oda gonna go in more fantastic line and using the powers of the Akuma no Mi? It could be. If not, why would Blackbeard want her then? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he will do that. If we're not gonna be using her for anything, or he's not gonna use him. I don't know. It's a little bit open there. I'm curious. I don't want to speculate too much about it because I want to receive the surprise. Okay, I want to receive the surprise of whatever is going to happen with them, and it is one of these topics that it is one of the most interesting topics for me in One Piece at the moment. Is why would he need her or her power, and just to see rocks needs to come out again, and needs to come out soon. As I explained in my Garb video, probably we will know more about rocks from Garb's flashback. If we happen to see that, because Blackbeard is gonna impose his will on this and have the memo from putting used on him used on Garp to read his mind, his memories. Epic. Epic, epic. And then on top of that, we can see after that a reveal that, like in Hachinosu, there is a cave or something, and we see the statue of a man, a very dangerous, very crazy looking man, that is on rocks. That my god, that will be peak One Piece, peak storytelling, peak world building and everything. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I don't want to put my my illusion and everything so high, because it may not happen, and it may be just me trying to make more epic the story and trying to think about the story, how can it be more interesting. So yeah, let's do all these lines here. I want to know your opinion. I'm in love with this story with Blackbeard, and I want to know what do you think about it, and how the connections may be revealing more than we expect. Okay. So the thing is, in this pirate attack, okay, from Kurohige, Boa gets saved because Rayleigh shows up displaying a crazy amount of haki. Like Conqueror's haki, pouring it outside like a shockwave, like a shower, like a tsunami of power. Everyone retires. Kurohige retires from the scene. They have a little chat, and Kobe there offers himself instead of his men. So he said, "Don't take my men. Don't take these people because they have families. Take me." And Blackbeard accepts. All of this will unravel the story in Hachinosu later with Garp, that they will capture Garp because of this. I think Garp is kind of making up for his mistakes with Ace and going crazy to rescue Kobe, because he wasn't able to do it. He didn't decide to do it when all the Ace story happened. And yeah, the man feels guilty, and the man needs to be eliminated. And with Kurohige's power, it will be very poetic for him as well, okay? And as well as a redemption with the Kobe arc, a little bit of having to pay for what he did. He should have saved Ace, or he should have tried to save Ace more than he actually tried. And yeah, I think it is something very tricky for a character to have lived, okay? Rayleigh talks with Shaki at the end, when all this happens already. Talk with Shaki, with Boa Hancock, with the rest of the guys there. I think All Neon is there, the Gloriosa is there as well. He says, "I couldn't have won in battle because I'm old and Blackbeard is too strong and in his prime, basically, and he pulls that on reputation only. Because his reputation, Blackbeard, Kurohige, and the rest of the guys, they leave. Boa Hancock unpetrifies, or depetrifies, I don't remember how it's called, but she undo that, so they're able to escape, all of them, taking Kobe as a hostage and everything. Think about this, because it's very important. Rayleigh is the one who is able to stop Kizaru with one kick. Kizaru, the pacifistas, everyone in Shabondi. And here he's not. He's getting old, he can't fight anymore, he needs to leave the young people to fight their own battles. And I totally understand it. The new generations are coming in, I totally understand it. And he's not strong anymore. But very lucky, and he said it, he has that very present. He says, "We were very lucky that I could pull this out only with reputation, because he would have destroyed me in real battle. I would have not been able to defeat him." And that is dangerous. So Rayleigh is selling an image of Blackbeard that is tremendously strong, and he recognized it. For the Dark King to say those things, he acknowledged his powers, and there is no way that Blackbeard doesn't have kind of a very strong and powerful physical energy, let's say, okay? Apart from the Devil Fruit and everything, physically, he must be crazy strong, I would say, okay? So Boa says that the only thing that she can do now, because they are talking about this, oh, what are we gonna do now? Obviously, they are not gonna stay with Hancock the whole time. So what Boa says is like, oh, I have no other option to go and find Luffy. Luffy is in Elbaf. Luffy is in Elbaf. Cross Guild needs to be involved in Elbaf as well. They are gonna go there. I think everyone is gonna go there. So top tiers are gathering in Elbaf. The Ragnarok is approaching. This is gonna get crazy. This is gonna be like 20, 50, 70, 80, 100 times better and more fight than in Marineford. If I enjoy Marineford with all the fighting and seeing Boa Hancock display and seeing Crocodile fighting everyone Crocodile, Akainu fighting, the Admirals fighting, you know, Blackbeard showing up, Whitebeard showing up, imagine if that was crazy. What's gonna happen in Elbaf? What's gonna happen in Elbaf? Tiny spoiler, I'm gonna do now, tiny spoiler from 11:38, so stop the video here if you haven't read the episode. There is this panel at the very end of the chapter depicting the three phases of the world and what happened in these three stories of the world. There is a lot of fight there, and we see that there is a group of people, a group of races. You know, we see there the Lunarians, the Minks, the Tontata, the Gyojins, the humans, the Sun God, the ancestral weapons, the mechanical ancient weapons as well. We see Emu, we see a demon, a Satan, a Ors, giants with blood, with horns. We see so many things there that you can't follow what is going on. I may do a video about it, only about it, I don't know, because this will be maybe drawing a map or something, but I wanna look into that panel very nicely to see it, to be able to read. Like I feel myself, Nico Robin, now trying to decipher these ancient writings, these ancient drawings from that part of the story. I love it, and I wanna know your opinion about Boa Hancock in particular. Please feel free to, you know, follow, like, subscribe, and all of this. This is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23, you can say it as you want, and this is the Mandragon's Cave. Show me your opinion down below in the comment section, and let's try to unravel the story of Boa Hancock and see where she's gonna go with the whole story, okay? I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.